Welcome in this lesson. Today we'll explore the differences between would rather and prefer. Both expressions are used to convey preferences, but they are used in different contexts and follow distinct grammatical rules. By the end of this lesson, you will have a clearer understanding when and how to use each one. So let's get started. So first of all, would rather. What is the definition of would rather? We use would rather to express a preference in a specific situation. It refers an action or choice we would like to make at this moment or in a particular scenario. Okay, so the structure will be subject plus would rather plus base verb of the verb. Okay, for example, I'd rather stay home. I would rather stay home tonight. I'd rather stay home tonight than go out with my friends. It refers to an action for tonight, right? It means that I wouldn't like to go out with my friends. I'd rather stay home tonight. Okay, she would rather read a book than watch television right now. This preference is for the current moment, right? Okay, and always remember, after would rather, we always use base verb of the verb, not infinitive. Okay, for example, I would rather to go to the park. I would rather to go to the park. Incorrect. To go to the park. Incorrect. Okay, the correct will be I would rather go to the park. I would rather go to the park. Okay, and now prefer. What is the definition of prefer? We use prefer for the general preferences. It's not tied to a specific time. Okay, the structure will be subject plus prefer plus noun or verb plus to plus noun. I repeat it again. Subject plus prefer plus noun or verb plus to plus noun. Okay, for example, I prefer reading books to watching movies. I prefer reading books to watching movies. This is a general preference. Okay, when I have a two choice, watching movie or reading books, I always choose reading books. It means, okay, I prefer reading books to watching movies. Okay, and next example is she prefers tea to coffee. She prefers tea to coffee. This refers to her general preference for tea over coffee. It means she always likes tea more than coffee, right? And mind it, when using prefer to comparison, we often use to between the two nouns or verbs. Okay, for example, I prefer coffee than tea. I prefer coffee than tea is incorrect. Never use then after prefer for comparison. Okay, the correct will be I prefer coffee to tea. I prefer coffee to tea. Okay, and here the key differences between would rather and prefer. We use would rather for specific situation and prefer for general preferences. It's not tied to a time, right? For example, I would rather go for a walk. I would rather go for a walk than stay inside right now. This is a preference for the current moment, right? And see this, I prefer going for a walk in the morning. I prefer going for a walk in the morning. It shows that my general preferences. It's my habit that going for a walk in the morning, right? And now using both in context. Sometimes would rather and prefer can convey similar meanings, but the context determines which one to use. Okay, for example, I would rather it lands at 12 p.m. today. I would rather it lands at 12 p.m. today. A specific choice for today, right? And now Example for prefer. I prefer eating lunch at 12 p.m. I prefer eating lunch at 12 p.m. This is a general preference. It means that I wanna eating lunch at 12 p.m. every day. Okay, it's my habit. Okay, now let's test your understanding with a short quiz. Please choose the correct answer for each question. Question number 1. Which sentence is correct? I would rather to go swimming. I would rather go swimming. I would rather swimming. The correct is I would rather go swimming. Okay, after would rather, use the base verb of the verb without to. Okay, and next is which is correct. Which is correct? She prefers study in the morning. She prefers studying in the morning. She prefers studying in the morning. The correct is she prefers studying in the morning. The correct form is prefers studying, using the verb studying as a gerund. Okay, and that's it for today's video. I hope everyone enjoyed this video, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget like, comment, share and subscribe my channel. See ya in the next video.